What's up YouTube? Matt with Mattbuilds coming at you guys with another video. So today is going to kind of be bouncing around a little bit. I told y'all in an earlier video that the hillbilly yard tractor was having some issues with one of the cylinders not quite being right. And I noticed when I pulled the plugs out, as you saw in another video, one of them was pretty dirty, pretty clogged up. So beginning of this video, I'm going to go ahead and do a compression test on that cylinder. Actually, I'll probably compression test both cylinders just to see what both of them look like, have something to kind of compare to. And then the next part of this video, I have a 16-foot car trailer that I bought, and it's got a winch and everything on the front, but I want to hook up a battery onto that winch and be able to have everything on board, kind of like a little recovery type rig. So I'm going to be doing a couple things to that 16-foot car trailer, and I'm going to go ahead and throw that in on this video also. And like I said before, I'm always working on something around here, so this video is just kind of going to be jumbled up with a little bit of everything. So I hope you guys enjoy. As you guys can see behind me here, finally got the property cleared out that I was wanting to get done. So I got some work to do along this fence back here. As you can see, the tree fell across there. We're gonna get all that cleaned up too eventually, but anyways, appreciate you guys for watching. Y'all like, share, and subscribe, and let's get into it. All right, today we're gonna be doing a little bit of work on the hillbilly yard tractor. I had said in one of my earlier videos that we were having some what I believe was compression issues, one of the cylinders possibly needing to be rebuilt. So this cylinder over here was the one that we were having some issues with on that spark plug that was really fouled up, and we're going to go through and do a compression test and everything and kind of see what's going on inside there. So we're going to get this hood off and be back with you. Alright, this is the spark plug right here that was fouled up pretty bad when I got it running. So let's get this spark plug out here. Let's see what she looks like. She's a little fouled. Not as bad as not as bad as I thought it would be, but we're gonna put the compression tester on here and see what she looks like compression wise. Alright, this is the other side. This side wasn't quite as bad, but I still want to put the compression tester on this thing and just be able to compare both sides, see what each one of them look like. So let's pop this spark plug out and let's see what she looks like too. There we go. That looks much better. You can definitely tell there's a lot of fouling on that other side over there. So we need to see if we got a head gasket gone bad, or maybe some rings, or maybe a collapsed ring on one of the pistons. Just know how far we got to go down in this motor. So I'll be right back at you with the compression test. All right, guys, I got a little sidetracked. Well, I had to get sidetracked. So I went to crank the mower or turn it over, and it wouldn't fire off. And as you saw in my other videos, this was the switch that made contact for the PTO when you engage the blades. So whenever the blades were on, it would be out like that and the engine won't turn over. And whenever you push it in, it shows that the blades are off, and it'll allow the engine to be cranked just to keep you from cranking the mower without, or keep you from cranking the mower with the blades engaged. So in the other video, you can see I kind of did a little tape job on this little doohickey, and I went to crank it up just now and she wouldn't crank, got looking, and my tape job had come loose. So now is the perfect time to go ahead and show you guys how to jump this thing, so that if you need to get rid of one of these or bypass one of these, this is for informational purposes only. I'm not telling you to do this because it is dangerous with blades, to have the blades on trying to crank it, but as you can see, I don't have a deck anymore, so I no longer need this. So right now we got our meter set to resistance, so whenever your leads are touched, you can get a nice little audible. So basically what I did here is I got this, and it's a 4-wire. So 2 of them, as you can see, whenever the switch is open, they're making contact. When the switch is pushed in, it breaks the contact. So I want it to simulate that the switch is pushed in at all times. So for those 2 wires, you don't have to do anything. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, for those 2 wires, you don't have to do anything. These 2 wires, however, when it's pushed in, they make contact. Those are the 2 wires you're going to have to jump. I'll bring you up top here and show you actually what I did here. We'll show you real quick. So basically, all you have to do is, see if I can get it focused here. All you have to do is make your jumper wire, jump those 2 wires off, and she'll fire off. Now back to the compression video. So rigging up the compression tester now. So basically they'll have different adapters. Your compressor testers will have different adapters for depending on what size spark plug or what you're testing the compression on. This is the one we're going to need. So basically you just take your spark plug out, insert this in the spark plug hole, and I'm no full-time certified mechanic. Just kind of get out here and take your stuff apart and figure out how it works, and then learn to work on it. So I'm gonna snug that down, and everything's got O-rings on it. All right, let's turn her over and see what kind of compression she's making. All right, so she's about 180 psi on that cylinder, and this was the good cylinder, the one that was firing really good. So we're going to go over to the other side. You can also kind of somewhat use this as a leak down as long as your valves are closed, but just keep in mind that that engine has to land in the perfect spot for both of your intake and your exhaust valves to be closed in order for this to be a true leak down test. So as you can see, it's already creeping down, so both of those valves aren't closed. So keep that in mind. This is not a foolproof leak down test, but you can kind of see if your cylinder's leaking down a little bit. It seems to be holding pretty good though. So we're going to take it loose and move to the other side. All right, same thing on this side. We're going to put the fitting in there, screw her in, and see what kind of compression we got on this side. All right, that should be good. Let's see what she gets here. All right, so that's about 165-ish, something like that. So nowhere near as much compression on this cylinder. So we may be tearing into this cylinder right here, about 20 pounds less than the other side. So I guess we'll be, might try just to replace a head gasket on it. It seems to be holding pretty good, so it could just be a bad ring causing some oil to get up in that cylinder. But we definitely have an issue here. But there's a quick little tutorial on how to check your compression in your cylinders.